In the world of mixed martial arts, there are few stories as inspiring and captivating as that of Israel Adesanya. From his humble beginnings to his rise as the UFC middleweight champion, Adesanya's journey is one of dedication, perseverance, and willpower. Israel the Last Stylebender Adesanya was born on the 22nd of July, 1989 in Lagos, Nigeria. The eldest of 5 children, his father was an accountant and his mother a nurse. While living in Nigeria, Israel attended Chrisland School, OPB, and was enrolled in a Taekwondo after-school club, but would eventually be pulled out by his mother due to an injury. The Adesanya family would briefly reside in Ghana until eventually moving to New Zealand. Funnily enough, the last stylebender wasn't much of an athlete as a child. At the age of 18, Israel Adesanya began kickboxing. At age 20, he made the choice to make combat sports his career. At the age of 21 years old, he began training in mixed martial arts at Auckland City Kickboxing, alongside future UFC fighters including Kaikara France, Dan Hooker and Alexander Volkanovski. Israel amassed an astonishing amateur kickboxing record of 32-0, then turning professional and fighting in China. During his time as a professional, his record would reach 75-5, with 2 of his defeats, 1 knockout and 1 decision to one man, Alex Poatan Pereira. Eventually, Israel Adesanya would leave kickboxing and begin his MMA journey, amassing an undefeated record outside of the UFC, then being signed and debuting on the 11th of February, 2018 opposite Rob Wilkinson at UFC 221 in Perth, where he would win by TKO at 3 minutes and 37 seconds of the second round. He would face Marvin Vettori in his next fight and would then win the Ultimate Fighter 27 opposite Brad Tavares in dominant fashion. After 2 more fights, the last stylebender would face Kelvin Gastelum for the interim UFC middleweight championship. After defeating Gastelum by unanimous decision, Adesanya would face Robert Whittaker for the undisputed title, who he would defeat with a devastating knockout. After defeating Yoel Romero and a then undefeated Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya, 20-0 at the time, would face Jan Blachowicz at light heavyweight in an attempt to become a simultaneous double champ. Unfortunately, he would lose both the light heavyweight championship and his undefeated record, making him 20-1 at the time. Coming back down to middleweight, Israel would win his next 3 bouts by unanimous decision. Stylebender would then face an old enemy of his, Alex Poatan Pereira. At the time, Pereira had 3 fights and 3 wins in the UFC, won a flying knee knockout 18 seconds into the second round, won a devastating left hook 2 minutes and 36 seconds into the first round on Sean Strickland, and 1 decision against Bruno Silva. As expected, the build-up to the fight was heavy, given Israel had already suffered 2 defeats, one of which by knockout to Alex, and the fact that Alex was the only man to ever knock Adesanya out. Going into the 5th round, Alex was losing 39-37 and needed to finish Stylebender if he wanted to win. With just 3 minutes left, Poatan would defy the odds and bring home the gold for Brazil, leaving Israel with his second professional MMA loss and making the score 0-3 in his combat sports bouts against the Brazilian. Hungry for revenge, Israel the Last Stylebender Adesanya was booked again at UFC 287 to fight Alex Pereira, their 4th fight. Not only is he hungry for revenge, but to regain his middleweight gold taken from him by Poatan. Promising greatness in the build-up, it was eventually fight night, time for Israel to prove he can defeat one of his greatest rivals. In the first round, Alex was opting for his infamous calf kick, while Stylebender was frequently feinting in an attempt to stop the Brazilian moving forward, though also landing some strikes. But, it was in round 2 that the former champ would regain his throne, in astonishing fashion. He delivered an astonishing combo featuring his deadly right hand in the final minute of round 2 to sleep Poatan, also handing Alex his first UFC defeat. After regaining championship status, Israel Adesanya would be booked to fight Sean Strickland, where he was listed as a huge favorite. But, defying the odds, Sean Strickland would go on to knock down Adesanya with a nasty 1-2 combo, and would win the championship by unanimous decision. Unfortunately, Israel Adesanya has not fought since, and has even claimed he will be returning in 2027, but we don't really have a definite answer. Israel was always destined for greatness. Since the first day he stepped into the gym, you could see his talent and his hunger to succeed. He's not just a fighter, he's an artist. The way he moves in the octagon, it's like watching a masterpiece unfold, says one of his teammates. Israel has always been driven to prove himself. He faced challenges growing up, but he never let anything hold him back. Adesanya's journey to the top was not without its obstacles. He faced tough opponents, setbacks, and doubts along the way. But through hard work and unwavering determination, he continued to climb the ranks. With each fight, Adesanya showcased his incredible striking ability, his elusive movement, and his unbreakable spirit. It wasn't long before he earned his shot at the UFC middleweight championship. On that unforgettable night, Israel Adesanya stepped into the octagon as a challenger and emerged as a champion. His victory was not just a triumph for himself, but for everyone who had supported him along the way. Israel Adesanya's rise to UFC champion is a testament to the power of perseverance, passion, and belief in oneself. His story inspires countless others to chase their dreams, no matter how daunting the journey may seem. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content on MMA and combat sports. Until next time, fight fans.